Hello everyone, my name is Baritone14, and I'm the Executive Commander of MDD. I've come to announce that I'll be discharging now, of course, from MDD, and yeah, it's been a great time as Executive Commander. I've enjoyed it so far with many fantastic memories. And of course, I will explain my reasons why here soon. Before I tell you my discharge reasons, I would like to present you with some TSU history of mine. I joined the Roblox group in 2018. I believe I was actually a part of the first 10K members to do so. In 2019, I would join the Discord. From there, it's pretty much on and on activity in the main branch. Pretty much over the years, I've seen the creation of all divisions, pretty much all the branches like the party and militia. I even made a lot of YouTube videos and had a lot of fun with it. However, I struggle with a major problem of mine, and that's because I couldn't join division. I really wanted to. However, I failed a lot of trials, academies, and applications to do so. However, that all changed in 2022 when MDD came out. I looked at it, and of course, with little hope, I said, why not give it a shot? Joined the academy, and then the first time failed. However, I didn't stop there, because, I didn't really have anything to really think major that I really wanted to. So, I did it for a second time, and that is when I passed. I had a lot of fun in that division as an LR. However, it would shut down after some months of me being into it. You'd think I would just leave, but I didn't. I just stayed and watched as people left. And then, on the 8th of this month, back in 2013, MDD came back. And of course, I was asked to become an officer in that division. Then over the years, I climbed the ranks. In 2024, I was a major inspector, where I then released 2 YouTube videos detailing my experiences as major inspector. That being my 2-year anniversary, and my most watched TSU video, and one of my most watched videos overall on my channel. Also, during this time, I joined 2 other divisions. SBT was kind of short-lived. I was only really a trial, and then I failed it. Pretty much minor thing on there. Then like the 3rd division I actually really passed. 5th. That was really another division that I really, kept on failing. However, I tried very hard to get in there, and during that time, I just passed. But later I would sadly get exiled due to inactivity issues. It'd be pretty fun in that division. I had plans for that division, however, due to setbacks and just me being lazy, I didn't really get to it. And then I'll get promoted to, HICOM. And that was fairly interesting. Yeah. You think it would stop there. No, it didn't even stop there. I would also get promoted in EXO quite fast. Really fast, actually. As I think that was actually one of the fastest promotions I ever got for a rank. But, I guess. And then I'd release my EXO YouTube video, which gained mediocre kind of views, but was, pretty good. And now we come to present day. I stand before here, ready to discharge, you can say. It's been really fun. Next is my reasons. Of course, I could think of many reasons. You could say, really, there are multiple reasons for a person leaving. There isn't really one, you could say. It takes a lot of things for a person to leave something behind that's very important to them. MDD was, of course, one of them, and pretty much TSU whole. I've seen many people, good people at TSU. I hate to see it leave, but I have my reasons. Let's start with the minor ones. Of course, we can really see in its activity. You can look even at the player list too that it's not, TSU hasn't been the same as it is. And there have been just some shady things and a lot of stuff going on. We can really blame it on a lot of things, but I don't really want to cause drama. You could say a lot of incompetent people ruining the game, our choices. There's just a lot of things that really you could take out on people. But yeah, I just don't want to get into it. But yeah, I would say that's some of the reasons why that, or minor reasons I would be discharged. Now for the major ones. Really, it's more personal life things. Of course, in my discharge note, you'll find that I almost failed a class. Though, you can figure out what level of education I'm in. It's not really that hard to figure out. Just use your MDD skills, you could say. But, of course, it really, you can say on my discharge notice that it says I may fail a class, but I didn't fail it. I almost did, but I did actually get it back, which is good. That's really, when that really was a wake-up call towards me. It showed that I was spending too much time, you could say, on a Lego game. And yeah. Pretty much, yeah. And of course, another reason. I burnt out. When you see the member count rise and fall, and you do a lot for this group, and you don't see any really, real changes. During pretty much, I think MDD peaked at 47 members. And that was pretty good, to be honest with you. Our goal was 50, and when we never really achieved that goal, I would say that it's amazing that we grew the division where it is. I hope, after I leave, it can still stay in the same way. It's really up to whoever leads MDD next, how it's going to go. But anyway, yes. Going back to, stuff. Again, burnt out, you see the member count rise and fall, like I've said. But yeah, it's just tiring. Putting your effort into something when you don't really see any real change. Of course, we've dipped in the 20s a lot before, so it's very tiring. You could say really I'm sacrificing two things, my life and you could say a gaming career, Lego game career. Two of them are not really going correct, and I really want to focus on one. So pretty much, yeah. I guess you could say those are some of the reasons that I've decided to do. Now that we got all that out of the way, there's one last question I need, if you guys are wondering about. What is next for me? As far as TSU goes, I will still be in the branches and in the main group. I don't plan on joining another division anytime soon, and possibly not again, and we'll see how that goes. As for my channel, I will be exploring other games to give y'all content if you wish to still view this channel. One game is Horizon Blue. Of course, I'm really thinking about starting a series. I really like this game, and it's pretty one of the only games that I'm really good at, I would say. But yeah, pretty much. And then two other groups I would like to tell you about. The first one is a small SCPF, which is Adam Refine's SCPF. It's a great one. I'm an 05 for the scientific department. It's going along quite good. Little activity here and there. I'll leave the link in the description down below if you guys want to check it out. As well as this other group, which is Site Phoenix. Site Phoenix is ultimately coming back, as I've heard, and better than ever. It's, as I listed in my discharge, one of my childhood groups, as I joined that group while being in TSU before I joined MDD and stuff. And it's a pretty good game. I plan to join that, and these will probably be one of my last groups I join in, as far as military groups. It's really been great in TSU. I've enjoyed the memories and stuff. I can't thank all of you for making it a fun time. I wish all of you guys the best in whatever y'all do. And I'll see you later. Goodbye, everybody.